relative. And you can see it's getting pretty sandy and rocky and dirty out there. A couple places right past turn 1 on the right in particular, it's like the beach over there. I got pushed over to the right by another car at one point and thought I was a goner because I was driving on sand. It is Daytona Beach, I guess, right? We're riding along with Shad Kern. The 04 car, currently 12th in class, 14th overall. To the right here is that sand I was talking about. Wow. It's a pretty interesting view. See some of those stones actually kicking up sparks off the asphalt. Good stuff. This is Ken Soska, Donkey Bop Racing Network, by the way. Hoping to see Milton Minter Jr. stop by, possibly Greg Bernardo. I might try to get over to the other split and check out the 1 car and the 2 car also. I just got done with a double, and I'm not driving again until 2 a.m., so got some time. See who's in the 3 car. Guy Petra. What's up, Iggy? And they are currently relative. '11th in class. Nope. Take that back. Ninth in class. Nope. Let's do it this way. Eighth in class. Looking a little foggy here in Daytona. Common this time of year. A little chilly here in Florida right now, but I'm sure Guy Petra from Chicago thinks it's pretty balmy out. Fuel. 10 laps to go for Shad for his pit stop, then he'll be going back out. Fuel. Just check out some action around the track.
back in. You just have it on our car.
And the audio might pop out here for a second. Don't worry, it'll come back. See there how the GT cars get into the turns better, but on the straight, adios. That was a Ferrari 48 that we were in. I'm going to leave you guys with this for a few minutes, and I will be back.
Hey, Ken. And we're on the Donkey Bop Racing Network. I'm Greg Bernardo, and we're coming to you live, Daytona, 24 hours from Daytona Beach, Florida. Watching the about 14th hour of racing, 10 hours remaining. Looking at the 003 car for Donkey Bop Racing right now. That's behind the wheel right now, Guy Petra.
Hey, Greg.
03 doing very well. Hey, Ken.
Cool. I stepped away and I was like, wow, someone came in the booth.
Yeah, we're just getting into our 10 hours to go. Both cars running. 4 tires on both cars still. I think the fenders are on both cars too. So, we'll take it.
Always a plus.
Yeah, and we know these races are really a true test in those last 3 to 4 hours of racing. So many things can happen. So you just want to be there at the end and pick up the pieces when other teams fall to the wayside. And right now, I believe both teams in a decent position. The 04 car going in 11th in class, and I believe the 003 is 9th.
Not sure if you're looking at the
just
broadcast.
Looking at a guy here just knocking out some laps. Nice and smooth onto the banking.
There's the standings on the broadcast now. Not sure if you're watching in game or on the broadcast.
Yeah, see some real-time scoring there.
8th in class, 10th in class. Good stuff.
Yeah, it looks like the 04 just moved up a position there with some exchange of pit stops.
Switch over to the 04 car.
Behind the wheel of the 004 Donkey Bop Racing Corvette. Guy Petra behind the wheel of the 003. 2 other cars for Donkey Bop Racing in another split. The 001 and 2 cars. And I believe they're doing quite well. In fact, I believe the 001 led laps early on. And I believe is still hanging around possibly the top 3 in that race. So good things for them. They're really doing well. And I believe the other cars trying to crack the top 10. So, and that's a higher split. So competition-wise, much stiffer than maybe the competition the 03 and 4 are facing.
Yeah, I would say so for sure. Yeah, quick check-in shows the 001 car in P4 with Randall Sherrod at the wheel. And the 002 car is in 11th with Larry Krupp at the wheel.
So that's two of Donkey Bop Racing's fastest drivers. Randall, I believe, qualified the car with a 137 and some change. Very impressive time. So both those guys very capable of wheeling the car around this track.
Yeah, we've got some real superstars on this team, especially in that one car. Wow.
Yeah, it's a powerhouse of a team. Only 4 guys doing 24 hours of racing, so a little discipline there, and endurance, a true endurance race for those guys. And there's multi-class racing here with the Daytona 24-hour race. You have the Corvettes, which are considered the Daytona prototype category. Then you have the GTE and the GT3 cars, 2 separate categories. GT3, Mercedes, Audi, Ferrari. And then there's also a GTE category with a separate Ferrari that's a little faster than the GT3 cars. If you're keeping score at home, you've got to write it all down to follow it.
Looking at some of those various cars now.
Yeah, we're looking at it looks like one of the GT3 cars right there.
Bent up Mercedes.
Yeah, Mercedes very distinctive with the high wing in the back. And there's the third in class GT3 car we're looking at there. You can see the Corvette overtaking the GT3 car quite easily on the NASCAR portion of the Daytona track. The things to be mindful of as a Corvette driver are late passing. Very unadvised for the Corvette to take late passes onto these GT cars, just for the fact that they're much later braking cars, and you know, you gotta give the guy passing a chance to brake and slow down behind you before you slam on your brakes. And with the Corvette, much more braking distance is needed. So that's one of the hot spots that you'll look for the Corvettes. Are they trying to make a risky late pass on the GT cars? Sometimes frustration can play a factor following these cars, and you don't feel like they're acknowledging you, and then you see a small opening, Ken, and you want to take it, and then the next thing you know, you're in the wall with a collision from behind or something like that.
Yeah, for sure. You really have to think ahead about what you're going to do when you're around all the GT3 and GTE cars heading into the turn. Sometimes you're in the middle of the pack, and you can't really do much except try to stay out of trouble.
Absolutely. I'm gonna step away for just a second.
And we're looking at Shad Kern in the 4 car, having a pretty smooth run, it looks like. Check back in. Guy Petra cruising along, 8th in class. Now this should be interesting right here, because going around that Ferrari. Well, he's probably going to have some room. Yeah, plenty of room.
User left your channel.
I see a post there from Milt that it's hard to hear. Sorry about that. Not sure if it's hard to hear everything or just me or just Greg, but audio on these broadcasts is hard to get worked out sometimes. Yeah, I think I'm going to try to stop over to the other split.
User joined your channel.
What's up, Milty?
How's it going?
All right. Yeah, I was just mentioning I saw your post there. It's hard to hear. I don't know what else to do. It's all the way up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably because of the racing is so loud, you know.
Okay, so you mean it's hard to hear over the racing? I could fix that.
Well, I'm on, you know, still got the sim on, so.
Gotcha, okay.
I mean, if I exit out and turn the sound all the way up, it might be loud enough, so.
Gotcha, okay, yeah, because I have it running on another computer over here. It sounds all right. I was just going to go out of here and try to watch the other split and check on the other two cars. Greg just stepped away for a second.
Cool.
It's actually going to take a little while to save this replay, but... Wow, 481 laps so far. And we are past halfway. Well past halfway, actually. About 10 hours to go.
Yeah, I should probably get out and restart anyway, so maybe I'll come in and watch that with you a little bit.
Sounds good.
Okay, I'll be back.
User disconnected from your channel.
Need some music or something to play while we're waiting. Should only be another minute or two. Alright, and you're going to see a black screen for a minute here.
User joined your channel. User joined your channel.
Good morning, Donkey Bob.
Hey Jim, I'm actually trying to switch over to the other split. Do you know where I would find that?
Yeah, official races, and then go to view races, and it's road series. And there'll be like all 20 splits down there. And that's the 7th one is the other race.
Yeah, I can hear the sound a lot better now that I'm out of the game.
6, 7.
Car's good, 3, we're moving.
Yeah, you are. You were running solid 140s there. Really impressive.
Thanks, it's coming nice. We tried tinkering with the setup a little and decided to let's lock it down, run what we got us here. But so far it's clean, only a couple nicks and bruises.
Yeah, we're trudging along pretty good in the 004. I had a little lazy spin in my last stint, turn 3, and then I could see perfect where the cars were coming. I just couldn't go.
I saw that.
Like
it was like
getting
on the freeway. Like Milkhead get on the freeway and the lights are on.
I can't go.
Yeah, we saw that. Oh shit. But leaders wiping out, taking each other out, a lot of trash talking on the lobby. Glad I got it muted during the race.
You said the 7th split?
The 7th split, I'm pretty sure, but if you just mouse over like the 7th one, and you should see their names if you search.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried 6 and 7. Let me try 8.
I thought there were 2 above us. I could be mistaken. They got to be on your friends list to glow if they're in there. Guy can knock out some labs. Unexpected. Ringer. Guy Petrie can really put down quick laps, man. Look where it came from.
Cool.
Despite the constant barrage of harassment he receives from his friend, F. Jerry.
I think that spring's helping him out.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna have to look into that.
Yeah, I gotta roll. Rachel's not feeling well. We put the kids down and then come back.
Alright, I found it. Going in there
Right
now.
on.
Yeah, they got him. I got him saying Donkey Bop. They're rooting for you. Are you guys on right now?
Yeah,
yeah.
It's just running. Yeah.
Okay. Is it recording too, or is it just running live?
Recording also.
Okay.
That was my own split I tried to go in. And that's the 4th in the list. It must be sorted differently.
Oh, you could probably rearrange it. Look at them numerically, maybe. Is there a way to change the column? Maybe not.
Nah.
I'll
find it.
You gotta, but I bet they're numerical when they first came out. So just piece them together. You figure it out.
I found it. Stephen Jones in there, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
They're showing in creeping outside the top 10, and Randall holding down 4th. All right, guys.
Okay, cool.
See you in the morning.
All right, Jim. Have a good night.
Yep.
Thanks for all you do, man. Putting this all together. Great work.
That's for you. Well, you're welcome.
User left your channel.
There he is, the architect. Donkey Bob Racing. The boss, the man.
All right, and we are logging into that session.
Yeah, for you that don't iRace, quite a few guys running this race, and you can only have about cars a split. So what they have is they call these splits, and they're rated on the I rating of the guy who registers the car.
Yeah, it's a good way they use to kind of have you amongst people of your own.
Where we would have 2 cars, at least 2 cars in a split. I ratings of the drivers.
Yeah, it's pretty cool the way it works out that way. Definitely good. I think I just noticed my volume might have been a little higher than yours, but I think I just figured out how to even that out.
Yeah, we'll have to see how the engine noises sound. This is all testing here, folks. Learning how to make this stuff work. Highly technical. Me, I got one more double stint, and then it's Budweiser time. Probably a night's sleep before the end of the race.
Yeah, I think I'm back in at 2 something for my last run.
I'm going to try to go as long as I can. A Budweiser coffee combo.
There you go. I'm going with the Monster Energy Drink Ultra Black, 0 sugar, 0 calories. Thank you.
Much more healthier than my nasty ass coffee.
I drank that this morning.
Well, our team's numbered from 1 to 4. There's a reason for that. Our number 001 car has got our hired studs. They are showing very well right now. And a bunch of real fast studs in the 002 also. Professional sim racing, so it's ain't easy, folks. They're a lot of fun.
Alright, here we are. Let's find them.
Yeah, we got engine noises.
Alright, here's Randall Sherritt. Looks like neither one of these cars got their 001 or 002 number. Someone else must have had them. Randall's running the car 26. And let's find... in the 31 car, Larry Krupp.
Well, you got two studs right there. Sherritt is probably the fastest of the whole team.
Yeah, let's see what kind of laps Larry's turning. That 140s, 141s. Solid.
Yep, they had significant damage earlier, I heard.
Let's take a look at this machine.
Definitely from my end, it's glitching a little bit. Interesting.
There you see the lineup in the car. Again, great paints by Shad Curran. Thanks, Shad. Whoa. Car off on the side there. Larry just cruised on by.
Yeah, I'm getting a freezing replay here. Interesting.
I think I see it on the other computers playing on too. Alright, well, maybe we'll call the broadcast here for a little bit and come back a little later. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the broadcast, folks, because it looks like we're having some trouble.
Yeah, looking good.
And we're back.
Looks like we got those technical difficulties solved.
When in doubt, reboot. Or restart the broadcast. It's getting late, folks. Sorry.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, here we have both team cars.
Ooh, I turned it up to 720 on my YouTube. Really nice quality too. Probably could go up to 1080.
Yeah, it's broadcasting in 1080.
Let me try that. Oh yeah. Very nice. And the two team cars together. I'm about on a 5-second delay watching, but okay, we get the gist of it. Look at the donkeys going at it. Ah! Donkey Bob Racing, of course. That was my dad's moniker back in the day, and we've taken that name because we think it's pretty cool. So, like a pretty good name for a racing team.
Yeah, under the stream here, if anybody's watching in the comments there under the stream, there is a link to the Donkey Bob Racing website, and in particular the About page that tells a little story about Donkey Bob Racing and Milton.
Whoa. Well, you know, I don't even know how many times you ran this race for real. It had to be like at least 7 or 8 times. I seen it in the article like 12 times, but I can't quite believe that. But it was Ferraris here many years, Porsches back in the 70s and in the 80s.
Magical times in road racing.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Those Ferrari 3.5 GTBs were, you know, back then they just drove, you know, real easy on the cars. Today, in this day and age, they're qualifying laps. Of course, this is a simulation, but the real cars run like this too, pretty much wide open the whole race. Oh, you see Randall lock him up there. This guy is one of the world class right here, just solid 139s, and you know, you and I both just getting out of the car, running our best laps like 41s. Those were pretty scary laps. Guys running solid 2 to 3 seconds faster a lap than us.
Yep, I don't know quite how they do it, but I'm glad they do.
Called talent. We're getting old, Ken.
Oh, come on. You're right. That's my excuse.
Fourth place here for Randall.
Yeah, wow, nice.
And this is in a higher degree of difficulty, at least in theory, split than ours. I don't know. We've had some GT degree of difficulty in our car. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's a whole nother kind of difficulty. Let's take a quick look at the standings. Yep, there's Donkey Bob Racing 1 car in P4. Up 6 spots from their starting spot. Fast lap of 138.5.
That's all in the mail, folks.
And I don't see the other car here in the top 12. Let's see what's going on with them.
down into the 001 and 002 radio channel and see if there's anybody that wouldn't mind coming up in the booth here and talking about their race a little bit. Maybe we'll start with the 002, being he's down a ways in 14th place.
Sounds good.
So I'll be back.
User left your channel.
Under the track for a second there.
User joined your channel.
Yeah, they've got stuff going on here. I got a pit stop coming soon, so they're scrambling around. Can't really talk right now.
10-4, don't want to hear from no broadcasters right now.
No,
I know how that
they're
is.
Oh yeah, when you're driving. They're not complaining about, they said no real incidents, or not, at least since early on, so I think they just haven't been able to, you know, they lost a bunch of laps there. Hitting a parked GT car head on, that was harsh.
Yeah, that'll put a dent in your day. And here's Randall. Let's see who that is behind him. P8 behind him, not on the same lap.
Harrison Town.
Let's go on board with Randall.
Just putting them, picking them up and putting them down. Man. Little in-car. There's just not much vision in these cars.
No.
You definitely want to be looking forward. Great apex on a turn 5 here. Hard into turn 6. Of course, I'm on a delay, so probably already in the bus stop.
Hey, you're not too far back. Just got onto the straight ahead of the bus stop. In the bus stop.
180 miles an hour. Just past the 2. Oh boy, he brakes late. He brakes at least at the 1.5. There's one place he's getting a little bit of time limits. For me, for sure. Usually, I look at the 2 when I cross the 2, then I take my eyes and look for the apex.
184 right there.
Wow. The C7 poses the GT3 cars pretty darn easy on the straightaways. The GTE cars are lighter, more power, and better brakes. So they're a whole different monster to deal with. They actually outbrake us. Get by them on the straightaway and then hit the brakes, and all of a sudden they're right in your rear, boy. The way he drives it in there, boy, turn 5, that's just letting the car roll. so easy to miss that breaking point. You're too early or too late and block it up, or you got too much speed coming in and then the rear end wants to go out.
Doesn't take much. That in-car view might have been
001. See what they're doing. I'll be back.
tempo.
User left your channel.
That in-car view that we saw might have been a little more narrow than real. We have a little bit wider of an angle. I have 3 screens, but the broadcast only does the one in the middle, so you can see a little more out the sides if you have 3 screens. But even if you have one, we would adjust that so that you'd have more peripheral vision than what we just saw there. In case anyone's wondering.
User joined your channel.
Yeah, Carlos Plaza and Tom Newman Morris, I think, are resting right now, and Randall's just by himself. Nobody spotting for him right now.
Yeah, we're going to start getting into those wee hours of the morning, especially over here on the East Coast. And it's not uncommon to find yourself at 3 or 4 in the morning by yourself in the car, just trying to stay awake. It's just part of endurance racing. It gets a little lonely out there sometimes. It's easy to lose your focus.
Yeah, I've got one more coming up here, and double stint, and issues with my hands a little bit, and my butt, sitting in this racing seat. I can only imagine, what these guys go through, what great shape they got to be when they do it for real, bang it, really feeling those bumps.
Yeah, their butt's probably in much better shape than ours.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try a little extra padding. See how that works.
Little action coming up here for Randall. Some traffic to get around.
Oh boy, in these multi-classes, he's passing a Mercedes 63, coming up on a Ferrari 488, got Audis, not too many Audis, it seems like the balance of performance currently is against the Audi R8 and the GT40, which is also a GT car. See, a lot of times, like here, he's caught a car, but he's, oh boy, and he gets through there clean. Get your cars going at different speeds or trying to race each other and pass on the straightaway.
Wow, looking at the lap times here for Randall. 139, 139, 139, 139. Lots of them. Busting it out. Looks like he should be due for a pit stop pretty soon here.
Yeah, we're noticing a little difference with the different setups as far as fuel management, and depending on that's kind of switched around depending on damage. I think because I don't think we're getting as much fuel mileage as we were earlier. Shout out to my real racing buddies. Next weekend, we're going to be running the real 24 hours in Daytona. NAGT Pro car, Ferrari 488, 88, the WeatherTech Ferrari. Gunnar Jeanette and Cooper McNeil. Gunnar and his dad, longtime friends of my dad, and they got the defending champion, Alexander Balzon, the greatest racing name. It's maybe Dick Trickle.
Absolutely.
In racing. And, you know, everything I've seen on Facebook and stuff is that they're really excited with their roar before the 24 testing a couple weeks ago, so. Last year they had Mercedes with the Riley team, and the balance of performance just really hurt them. It seemed like they did get one win on fuel mileage and pit strategy.
So is that 3 drivers? Gunnar, Cooper?
There's another driver, and I can't remember his gosh darn name. He's an accomplished driver too, so they're gonna have 4 drivers, just like we're having the race. They generally don't do 3 anymore, like the old days when my dad ran. You know.
Oh yeah, we're talking Daytona 24. I was thinking of just the regular series.
Yeah, I think the regular series. I don't know if they're going to 2 cars in some races or 3 drivers. Be interesting to see if there might be some races where Gunnar doesn't drive and Balzon and Cooper drive, being that Cooper's dad owns WeatherTech, so probably going to get the ride first. You know. Or they may bring 2 cars out there. We'll have to see. They are subject to change. Just like last year, they went. Oh boy, Randall locks him up there. He's got a gaggle now.
Sure does.
These are always interesting here. But yeah, last year, just to finish that thought, they ended up going with their 2016 911 RSR or GT3, excuse me, because they felt like the Mercedes rewind. Mercedes was hurting on the straightaways because of the balance of performance that IMSA put on them.
And of course, looking forward to seeing those guys race live when we have a Donkey Bop Racing team meeting in Long Beach, California, coming up in April for the Long Beach Grand Prix. I believe those cars are running there Saturday. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. And we're gonna go crazy. That's for sure. It's gonna be a party and a whole lot of fun. We've already talked to on Facebook to Alan Springer of Porsche. Wow, he goes around the outside. Look at that.
Whoa.
Pass. You know, I don't think you and I have made a pass like that the entire race. And on a GT car, oh, he gets loose there. Yeah, I'm a little behind. Yeah, Alan Springer said, come by the Porsche pits and say hi. So we're going to come by the Porsche pits, that's for sure.
Awesome.
Who knows that maybe Klaus will be there, Klaus Bischoff. and Cooper to go check out, and IndyCar's gonna be a big time vacation, which I still haven't told my boss actually. If I sell you tile, that I need 2 days off, Friday and Monday, but I'm gonna have to get around to that.
There's two ways to do that, you know. You can ask for permission now, or you can ask for forgiveness later. With the forgiveness, you know you'll definitely get to go, but you don't know if you'll be working afterwards.
Through that.
So yeah, probably ought to let him know.
Yeah, he likes to know things way in advance, and then he forgets that you told him. So
That's not good.
but at least you need to, get that documented. How many laps is the 002, or now we see as the whatever number that is? I can't. 31. Our 002 car. How many laps is he down? A GT car flashed in. Why? I don't know.
Looks like 19 laps.
Yeah, so that was a major. That was a major issue for them at the beginning of the race, because they're much faster than that. And we look. How about Donkey Bob 1?
They are 5 laps down. Another car on the same lap as them, the number 2 Black Eagle Racing Corvette, and they are 3 laps behind the 3rd place car.
And with 10 hours and 23 minutes left, a lot can happen.
Yeah, 5 laps down at this point, you are in the mix.
It can go bad quickly. Well, our buddies that are racing can't really have a chance to get on and watch this or interact with us. But this stuff will be archived for people. Join me. It's on YouTube. It lasts forever. Oh boy.
Yeah, the short broadcast from earlier this afternoon is actually already up there on the Donkey Bob Racing channel page, and the one that we stopped earlier should automatically be up there before too long as well. So just come back, anybody, if you want to check them out.
Really, the banking, the passing's done on the outside, but I've found a lot of times in certain corners, especially going in the bus stop, give a guy a lot easier line to pass you if you let him go low on you and then just get out of it early, because he gets a way better vision of his apex.
Yeah, that's key going into that bus stop. In my last run, I had a big blotch of dirt on my windshield, and for a lot of the run, and it was in the exact spot where I look for the curb heading into the chicane. So I'd come up to the chicane and look for my mark, and there'd just be a big block of dirt there. It wasn't so good.
Can't reach out and right tag.
No. No washer fluid and wipers.
Of course, probably our next 24-hour race will be Le Mans. Maybe Nürburgring too, but I doubt you'll see as many cars in that one. But our question for iRacing is whether or not the Porsche 919 and the Audi R18s will be ready for once. I've noticed they've pushed it back way past the actual date of the real race. Usually they run a week before or 2 weeks before.
Yeah, I did see a little teaser video for those two cars that they're in development, but I don't know about if they'll be ready in time. It's going to be a mad dash for those.
The technical stuff that goes on to make this happen, and where you're sitting here watching a race, actually a bunch of zeros and one going at the speed of light. Very talented programmers at iRacing making it happen. Sometimes they had a last minute update the day before the race. Fingers crossed.
Oh, a little crazy right there. Heading into one. Locked him up a little.
Wow. Turn 3 right there, yeah.
Yep, my bad.
Back to base.
4 through the kink. 5 right here. Down the first gear and roll through there. 6, the first gear corner also. A short shift right there. Depending on the setups. Amazing when you're driving how quickly, and we got a pit stop.
Yeah, Randall pulls it in. Let's get in the car.
Whoa! Do you see him locking up there? He's maximizing everything. He just showed that he's the difference between a stud like him and me. Definitely a little more conservative.
And as Randall got out of the car, we lost the view. It's Tom. Here we go. Tom Newman Morris in the car. We'll ride with him on the way out.
Thanks service by the 001 Donkey Bob crew. Fuel and tires. And any repairs if necessary. Car looked clean and that pit stop looks good. Pit road speed limiter on, you see it flashing. Once you cross over the line, you gotta turn that off. Very hard right here. You gotta get down to first gear, watch that wall. It creeps up on you, buddy.
And those speed bumps there are... Yes, sir. I can tell you firsthand.
Those are like 4 inches high at the grocery store. No joke. Tires are cold here, so even the fast guys got to lift a little as they go through 4 there into 5. Notice that strange apex where you go towards the outside because of the looping. You want to be able to get right to the curb right there, and you see he's getting busy right away. A little bit of wheel spin right there. You almost always get as you're coming over those bumps.
Yeah, those bumps have been something to worry about.
Traction control helps you a little bit, but you can still get on it too soon. It'll go around on it. Hard at the 1.5, straight out of the pits with tires. Greasing those curves. Beautiful. Him hit his flashing lights on. Let the car
I was mentioning on the right here coming up, there's a whole bunch of sand. It's like the beach.
It's really been built up there over time. Now, because we came into this later to watch, we don't see, like if you're staying with it live, you get rubber all over the car.
Zachary Robinson is now in the 002 car. Looks like a little front end damage there. Not sure if they had that before.
Oh, Donkey's got his ears back. Oh, that Mercedes he went by there has beat our nation.
Zachary might be the youngest member of our team. I'm not sure quite how old he is, but he's not as old as us, that's for sure. Great kid, great driver.
Yeah. Oh, I wish I could see. Where was it? Oh, we got 5 watching right now. Cool. Far out. We have a little chat window there if you want to say hi real quick. On the right hand side, if you go full screen, it says live chat.
Oh, there's someone.
Hi,
Yeah.
kid.
Oh, that's me.
Hi.
Hey, it's my good buddy Milt Minter Jr.
Cars in there. 2 different splits. 19 drivers. Quite a monumental task organized by yourself and of course, mostly by Jim Ray. And shout out to our technical chief, Kenny Paul. Whole team effort to get this to happen. Drivers all around the world. You mentioned earlier in the first broadcast, watching Arsenal, the 003 and 004. Oh boy, we got a 3 wide right there. This is how they got to go here with this graphics. It seems like the
Yeah, I do see some damage right now on their left front. Don't know if it's new, but it's there. Yeah, I mentioned before, and you just mentioned now, Kenny Paul put in all kinds of work on the spreadsheets that we use. You don't even want to know about these spreadsheets, folks. It's just unbelievable. It'll calculate ahead of time when our stints are going to end and start based on their previous stints that have already run. Keeps track of damage time and calculates differently for everything in their own time zone. Just amazing stuff. And that's Kenny Paul does all that work. He's not even racing in this race because he's recently had a change in job and just hasn't been in his simulator lately, and I think it was taken apart. He's got a great motion rig, real piece of work. But he's here with us tonight anyway, helping out wherever he can, helping the spreadsheets run smoothly. I had to ask him to fix something on time before. He's spotting, and you know, just a great all-around guy. He's been part of this whole group a lot longer than I have, and hats off to Kenny Paul.
Yeah, I hope we see him at Le Mans this year. Right. Well, these young guys fatigue. They're probably, you know, gobbling monster drinks and going at it here. And still, fatigue starts to set in. All these drivers that run, they're probably on their third double stint, which is an hour and 50, double stint is an hour and 50 minutes or so. Hour and 40 minutes?
Yeah, about that.
Well, they've got, over 3 hours in the car. Tried to lay down a little bit. In fact, I think I'll step away for a minute and make another pot of coffee. Get me through my last thing, which starts around 9:30 Pacific.
Yeah, you got less than an hour to go there.
Yeah, so but I'll be right back.
Yeah, Milt mentioned, you know, people run an hour and a half, hour 40-minute stints. And, you know, heck, I mean, this is sim racing. It's not real race car driving, but I can tell you it's quite a workout. I've got force feedback on my wheel, and when you're done concentrating hard for that long, you know, it's no Sunday drive. You've got to pay attention every single millisecond, and it wears on you mentally more than anything, probably. But boy, you feel great after you get out of the car and you've run a good stint. Nothing like it. I can only imagine what it's like for real. Zachary in class position 15. And still class position 4 for the one car. Let's check in with them.
Co-op Racing team coverage of the 2 splits.
Tom Newman Morris navigating some traffic.
The GT flashing. The other GT. And he splits it. Just from what we've seen so far, I see a lot better co-opetition here with, as Darrell Walter would say. Whoa. Tom had a little pucker moment there, I think. With these GT cars then in our split.
Yeah, I'm noticing that too.
Starting to be less, a lot of car, of course this is a higher I rating split, which there's a reason for that. The system of iRacing is quite impressive. Not perfect, but pretty close. Premier simulation in the world that real race car drivers play on. I've seen Gunnar Jeanette driving the Nissan GTX GTP, and of course when he's not doing that, he's driving like Porsche 962s for real, testing them, and as his dad, refurbishes them in his Porsche shop in Florida, Gunnar Racing.
Yeah, Tony Stewart's been all over iRacing lately, racing all kinds of different things. But yeah, it's pretty cool when you see real life guys in here. AJ Allmendinger.
Yeah, last year him and Chad traded a little paint. And the week after, he's running the real race, leading it at the halfway point, and had problems later. But he probably acclimated himself to getting used to being up at night, And he wasn't planning on running the whole race, but I think they had trouble. Those marbles, or clang, as David Hobbs likes to call it, banging up on the undercarriage of the car as it goes by. Clank, clank, clank. Rocks flying everywhere. Really quite amazing. And these tracks do rubber up the entire race time and change in the way they handle. Also for the future, they're talking about day to night. That could be another issue as to why Le Mans is pushed back. The iRacing community is clamoring for that. That's a massive undertaking as far as being able to make it work, and also people's computers not to have to be, able to hack the Pentagon to run it.
Yep, fine line. Alright, well, it looks like Greg Bernardo has hopped into the 004 car in the other split. And I think I'm going to hop over to that split for a bit, and Milt, I think you have a run to get ready for pretty soon.
Yes, sir.
Where are we at? Let's see. You're slated to go about 12:53 East, so 9:53 your time. About an hour.
About an hour from now. Sounds good.
All right, I'm going to switch it over to the other split. So, everybody stand by.
All right, you got a lot of replays.
I just cleared a bunch out too. And you'll have a black screen, everybody, so just sit tight.
Sound of a crushing bottle.
I was going to ask you what that was.
Yeah, once we get going, we'll see if we can get a driver interview from somebody here. If not, it all depends if they're busy. The 03 week is full of drivers.
And starting to load up. A lot of information to load.
As we're loading the game here, the simulation. Big shout out to Troy Knoll, our longtime buddy from Stockton, California. Was at our former league, our sister league, our NASCAR 2003 league. It spent 14. I spent 14 years running there, and he had been there at least 10. we got him to come run some iRacing, and he had to earn his license and safety rating to get eligible. You can't just join these races. You have to be qualified to do it, and he's thus far has done a great job.
Yeah, he climbed that safety rating right on up there, and actually has some pretty decent speed for someone who hasn't been doing this very long at all. And he's an alcohol salesman, so we got that going for us.
Yep. Which is nice. Oh, these races. Friggin' chain smoking here. Guzzling coffee. Don't recommend this at home, kids. But we do have ice cold beer waiting for when I'm done with the racing. So we can come down off the coffee high.
In a hurry.
And the racing high. I'm telling you, that first stint
User
I
joined
ran,
your channel.
I was shaking, dude.
Hey guys, are we on the air?
Yeah,
Yes,
we're actually
just loading right now, about to get to your split.
Yeah, well, not much to see in my split unless you're looking at the other car.
Uh-oh. I was
What?
wondering how you could be
Yeah.
talking to us because I think you were driving. Oh, I think we just got live.
GT3 car blew
Not
me up.
either. Hey, by the way,
Oh
there's
my
a new
gosh,
version.
there you have it. It's on fire. There's the,
Are you ready for
I'm glad you're out
download?
of the car there.
Yeah, 30 minutes in pit lane.
Well, it looks like Melty's going to get the
Greetings,
drink
Ken
beer
Letson.
sooner than we thought. We were just talking about that
Well,
cold beer I got.
Yeah.
What a heartbreaker, Greg. Sorry, man.
actually, it looks like you're going to be getting in the car in about 28 minutes.
It's still running?
I think so. They're
Yeah.
repairing it.
Okay.
She said, yep.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was just following the GT3 car, spun right in front of me. Nowhere to go. Just hammered him.
Man. We were just noticing how in the higher split, it didn't seem like the GT cars, any of the GT cars were really having, let's say, as much excitement as they are in this split.
So, yeah, the car's probably done as far as performance now too, I'm sure. So,
Well, yeah, our name of our team is Donkey Bob, so as long as it's running,
yeah, so
we don't give up.
to keep our schedule, you might as well just start, and we'll just take it from there.
You want me to go in now?
Yeah, because it basically the repairs are almost a full stint.
Okie dokie. Then I'll have to get out here and get into the server.
Yeah, so say you'll be taking over at about 9:30.
Okay. Well, that sucks.
Yeah, we wrecked the car 4 times tonight. I guess 4 times the charm.
Well, it shows you how difficult it is. And there's been so many close calls for me. I've been pretty lucky. Did have a self spin, but there was inches there were. And it's racing's a game of inches. Well, we got Jerry Forkhold there. F Jerry, IF Jerry, as he is known for iRacing.
Check the standings here. Looks like Jerry's in class position 9.
Well.
can hear that, what'd you call it there, Milt? Gackle, grackle.
Clag.
Clag.
Oh, this one's clanking against the fender wells. Just a twisting, turning. You don't really realize how much you're turning. You're just so focused on your apex that when you look from the top down and see how far you're, as we got the gyro cam, the gyro, cam on here.
Gives you some
Very
idea of the
focal.
banking here. Wow.
Very long time veteran. Looking up to the draft of the GT car, looking to the right. Right up against that wall.
I was telling our viewers earlier, Milt, this in-car view is probably a lot more narrow than in reality because I've got the 3 screens, but the broadcast can only do 1. So I've actually got more on either side of this view here, but I didn't want to change it all up just for broadcasting and get it messed up for my racing. So we would normally have a little more peripheral vision than this.
Yeah, this camera is mounted right by the head of the driver, but it's not a panoramic view. Still not a lot of vision in this car. Lots of big bars for protection on the sides and a big roll bar right in the middle along with the wiper, see viper. Way outside the outside. Gyro cam really shows you that 33 degrees of banking. Flashing the lights, letting them know. Yeah, you can really hear the despondency in Greg's voice, right? That's racing, folks. Hope
Yep.
we have a little bit of. Usually, when they blow up like that, extensive engine damage, we're going to definitely be hurting on horsepower.
Happens in a hurry, that's for sure. I'm still a little bit in a state of shock. Everything was going just so smooth. We'd been dodging bullets all night, but guess we didn't dodge that one.
You know, as a driver, you don't want to be that guy, you know, but it can happen to you, like Steve McQueen said in the movie Le Mans. It can happen to you, and it can happen to you again.
That is for sure. We've all been there.
Well, I think better get prepared just in case we have something happen sooner than later. So I'm gonna have to step off the broadcast here and get ready to get in the car here. So
All right, Milt, thanks so much for your always entertaining and insightful commentary. Great having you here tonight.
gift of gab, apple of BS.
I'm glad you have it. Good luck in your
Alrighty,
stint, and I'll see you down in Team Channel.
Right on. Take it easy, buddy. See you, fans.
Jerry showing in position 10. Let's see, is that class position? Yep. Looks like the 4-car, 19 laps down right now. Probably going to drop down to at least down around here. But we keep going. Donkey Bob, we do the best we can. We try to have as much fun racing for 21st place as we do racing for first place. And you know, you can always find something to shoot for, and we love doing this, and just still going to be a lot of fun. You always find the bright side. Jerry likes flashing news headlights. It is fun. If anybody watching does any iRacing and you haven't tried voice attack, which lets you do things by voice commands, it is, in my mind, just like the greatest thing since sliced bread. I do everything from flash my headlights to change my F screens to set my tires all by voice. Don't have to hit a button. And really good thing, especially for me, because I'm not very good at driving and doing anything else at the same time. Jerry flowing effortlessly through the bus stop. looks like Milt is in the car already. We don't know how much more time there is left on the repairs. That pit for repairs that you guys see on the screen is for the other car, because I'm technically the driver of the other car, so I'm getting the notifications for that. Riding along with Jerry Borkolb. I actually not sure how to say it. We just call him F Jerry. But Milt Minter Jr. will be coming out in the 004 car soon. They're doing some repair on that car after Greg Bernardo had an unfortunate incident with a GT car, it sounded like. Tough break for the 004 team. Jerry cruising along 9th in class. track does actually change during the course of the race in iRacing, something that they added, I guess, about a year or two ago. So the rubber builds up, the debris on the track builds up, like that big sand patch that we were talking about earlier. Whoa, Jerry, a little hard into the horseshoe there. He's okay. But yeah, it's pretty cool. The track can be completely different after a while with all these cars running on it. There's the flaming donkey on top of the car, as I like to call it. From what I understand, the guy who did the artwork for our logo also does the artwork for My Little Pony, I think it's called. So we got that going for us. These tracks and cars, for that matter, are laser scanned. They actually go to the track, or however they do it, scan it, and reproduce it graphically and physically. You know, so every bump, every nook and cranny, all the angles are the same. The banking is exact. Cool stuff. Clag.
Push. Gotta get through this traffic, girl. 10-4.
Jerry coming up on a couple of Mercedes. Little bent up.
Left side, clear by half.
Oh, my spotter's back. Uh-oh. Look out, Jerry. Phew.
Left side, in and out, clear. One only. Still there, clear, clear. On the left side. Stay right. Looks clear, clear, clear. Left side.
Milt Minter on the track. Looks like 13th in class. Two laps ahead of the next car behind. And looks like he just got in the car.
Knows you're coming.
That is the, they call it the JJ Spotter Pack that we're listening to. It's, I believe, Chad Knaus, his voice, and Earl the Spotter. Sometimes kind of fun.
Left side. Clear. 43.488.
Milty getting it done. Car looks pretty good. I think the damage models are off in this race because we've seen damage come and go on cars, and even when they didn't even really have damage. This car looks perfect. I don't think it's supposed to be. The penalty for wrecking in iRacing tends to tends to be just the time that you spend for the repair. It used to slow the cars down more, but then I think it was not helping as far as too many slow cars being on the track, people not wanting to finish races because they didn't have a car that was up to speed. So they tend to penalize you more. Just time in the pits puts you back, and then give you a pretty good car to run again, which keeps it fun. Don't know how realistic that is, but keeps it fun. Of course, those times are a little off for Milton Minter Jr., so maybe there's a little bit of straightaway speed loss from the damage.
It's not a spot. It's not a spot.
That you'll usually get.
Minute 43.788. Left side. Clear, clear.
Things getting a little exciting out there for Milt.
4.639. I'll have to say, the competition has been mighty cordial today.
Matt Moritz in the 003 car. Get back to the action here with Milt. We'll get back to Matt in a minute. Not a battle for position, but I'm sure they're having a little fun out there anyway. Milt flashing the headlights at that
Left
Mercedes.
side. Clear, clear.
Get out of the way.
Minute 43.039.
Let's get back over to Matt Moritz. Matt, as I mentioned before, put in all kinds of work on setups. I guess we ended up with probably 8 or 9 different setup versions that we all tried and whittled down to 2. And he was still trying to make it better the day before the race. And we were like, Matt, it's as good as it's going to get. We got a race. But he is determined constantly to always get more speed out of a setup. And, you know, while keeping it stable, that's the thing. Anybody can make a fast setup, but the trick is to make one that you can actually control the car when you're going fast. And Matt's pretty good at it. Thank you, Matt.
Minute 42.858. Lap cars in front of you. Left side. Know as you're on the way. Clear. Left side. Core clear. 1 minute 43.374.
Yeah, it looks like we have both team cars pretty close to each other here. Not on the same lap, but there goes Matt. And here comes Milt. Relative. As we see Matt coming down the front straight, we can see Milt in the distance there for a second. We'll see if he can catch up.
1 minute 42.476. He knows you're
Matt's
coming.
running 140. No, Milt's running 142, so that's Milt's time.
He knows you're coming. Left side. Clear. One minute 42.262.
Milt having a little battle with a Ferrari here. We have another Corvette coming up here fast.
left side. Still there. 1 minute 43.749. Clear, clear.
Fifth place car getting by Milt there. See how far we are up to Matt. There's Matt Moritz. Hard to tell if Milt's closing the gap.
Minute 43.863.
Looks like Matt's got company.
Leader pit road.
Whoa, locking him up there a little too hot. You will notice it too after you lock up your tires here. They're going to be hot and slick for a little while, and now they're going to be even worse.
Leader pit road.
So they cool off again. Oh, now we have a couple other cars. Make this real interesting.
Left side. Clear him.
Looks like we're all right there. Let's go back to Milt.
Minute 44.341. He knows you're coming. Left side. Clear.
Milt getting a flashback there.
311. Coming. Clear. Come out of the way, Earl. Stand right next to him, bud. All right, told him twice. Left side. Clear. Left side. Clear. 1 minute 42.816.
Alright, everybody. Well, thanks for stopping by, watching some of this broadcast here. I'm going to sign off as I'm driving in about an hour. Going to get ready and stuff. And we may be back on a little bit later. Going to try to be back on for the finish of the race tomorrow morning. Race will be finishing up about 8:50 a.m. So we'll try to come on air a bit before that, see what's going on at the end. Take care, and donkey bop.